and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am standing in front of 4 picture frames that hold the last of my Christmas decorations from last year. Here we are, March 8th, and I have Christmas stuff still up. So this is one of the reasons why I chose to do this video, because I wanted to share with you how I keep it fresh and affordable. You know, I'm someone who is a minimalist when it comes to picture frames, because I don't really like hanging up a lot of picture frames all over the house. I don't know why. I think I have commitment issues when it comes to picture frames. Not people, but picture frames, because my walls are almost bare, to be honest with you. But I'm working on it. I'm working on finding some pieces that I can really stick with and love. But one of the things that I like doing is actually just switching out the artwork that are in these picture frames. This, like I said, is for Christmas. And what I love about these picture frames is that they're big, for one thing. Like, look at my hand. This is like a 19 by 19. And the picture mat is about 1/4 inch away from the glass. So it's almost like, it's not a shadow box, because this isn't a shadow box, but it just allows you to get a little bit more creative with what you want to do as far as the pictures you put in here, because this is actually foam. It's about 1/4 inch, and it fits there just perfectly. It's not smashed up against the glass where it could perhaps, you know, shatter. So, and I've had these for about 3 years, and I paid like $10 for them in a store here called 1 through 7. So I really enjoy them, and I enjoy having them gallery style. And so I just love switching the prints out there. And another way you can keep it fresh and affordable is I like using the calendar pictures. They have great calendar pictures. You know, you get these calendars when the new year's about to start, and you get calendars on clearance when the old year's about to leave. And the one that I'm going to be using to switch out is going to be nature inspired. So it's the woods, and I love the colors, the blues, the oranges, the green, and of course, you know, each picture is dedicated to a month, depending on the season. And you know, they have those colors like orange, but I love the color orange, and I just love the combination of what this will look like all together, this gallery style. So this is one of the calendars that I bought, and I bought this last week at the mall for 50 cents, people. You can't get any better than that. And believe it or not, this isn't in clearance from last year. This is the 2022 calendar. So, you know, there's inspirational quotes, there's all kinds of things out there, and that's one form of keeping, you know, keeping the pictures fresh, changing them over whenever you want to restyle a room. This here happens to be my dining room. The other thing is that I keep my pictures in the back of the picture frame, so I always can switch them out if I want to put a print that I had used before. It's right there. I don't have to go crazy trying to figure out where I put them. And if I lose it, hey, it was 50 cents, right? But most likely it'll be behind there. So I'm going to take my picture frames down, get rid of the Christmas decor finally, and switch them out for these beautiful nature-inspired pictures. So I took my picture frames down. As you can see, it's a pretty big frame. It's a 19 by 19. And I'm going to remove the back. But before I do that, I wanted to show you the pictures a little bit better of what I had selected. Isn't that beautiful? It's like the water with the leaves. And so pretty. And you can't even see through the other side, because the other side, of course, you know, has the calendar. But here, and I have to say, this is my favorite, because it's green. Green is my favorite color. But I have my picture frame, and so I'm going to turn it around and just remove the back. And these picture frame, like I said, I've had for over 3 years, and I paid $10 for them. And they're very sturdy, because I'm constantly going in and removing the pictures, and it hasn't broken, or even little tabs have come off. It really held really well. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the back. And as you can see, as I remove the back, that I've had other pictures of my art. Like, for instance, that's a drawing I did of doors. I had this thing with doors, and so I drew this. This is actually the front door of my house. And so, living in Puerto Rico, they have beautiful, beautiful doors in Old San Juan and pretty much everywhere. And I just think they're so beautiful. So I actually collected some prints and did my own door. And sometimes I put them on display here in my picture frame. So you see, this was like a cardstock and the foam and then the buffalo check fabric. And so what I do with this is I save it, because it depends. You know, I think this year I'm going to go with something different, but I hold on to that because I may use it again, perhaps, depending on how I feel. But I'm going to start with this one, and I always have to kind of see how I'm going to place this. You know what, I should have brought the tape. To just tape it into place. I should have done that first, but I didn't because, of course, I wasn't thinking. This is real life, people. This is what happens. So, let me go get some tape, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my tape, and I also brought a piece of paper towel so I can just wipe that to make sure that I don't have any glitter residue from my Christmas decor that I put there. And I'll just clean out my mat too. See this mat? How it's like a quarter of an inch just about? So that just looks great, and I'll just put this back. I love this picture frame, and they don't carry this one anymore, so I'm glad I got 4, but you know, next time I see them, I'll grab a couple. Maybe I'll put them in the living room. I don't know. We'll see. And so I'm going to place it there like so. And I'm just going to tape it to the picture mat. And I don't put too much. I just, you know, a little piece on all 4 corners just to keep it from moving. See, let me flip it over, because sometimes I put pictures in these picture, God, that looks so pretty, and then when I get ready to hang it up, I realize that, oops, I probably put one too far to the right, too far to the left, and this particular one, I think I could center it just a little bit better. Right there. Come on now. Let's see. Let's do it by eye, right? There we go. I want to cover that little hole. I don't want it to show, because that wouldn't be cool. Here we go. Actually, you know what? I'm making it difficult for myself. I can just pull this off and kind of look at it. Yeah, that looks really nice. That looks nice and centered. So we have that done. And like I said, any artwork that I had there, I just put right back, except for the Christmas DIY print that I did, because that's a little thick one, so I don't want to do that. But I'll place all the back into this and press the little tabs down. Let's see, let's flip it to the other side. Look at how beautiful it is. Let me turn the camera up. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And who's going to know? They're never going to know. You ever see that TikTok? Who's going to know? They're never going to know. This is actually really, really pretty. I absolutely love it. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the prints into my pictures, and then I'll show you what it'll look like on the wall. And here we have it. How easy and inexpensive was that, right? Who would have thought these prints came from a calendar that I paid only 50 cents for. 50 cents art, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love the pops of color. And so This is a good way to keep it fresh with switching out pictures, not breaking the bank, and not having to take extra space to store pictures that you no longer want to use. So, I hope you enjoyed my tip on keeping it fresh with the picture frames, and don't forget to follow and give it a thumbs up. Until the next video, take care. Oh, and Christmas at Casa Lucy is officially over.